Hey everybody, it is Ryan, and I'm going to be giving you an overview of this safe. This thing is heavy. I'd say it's at least 25 pounds. This thing is solid. Holy mackerel, you ain't getting into this thing. At least you're not getting into it easy. So this video is for you. If you have any questions that you want to know about this here safe, I'm going to answer them real quick. So this safe made by ZL1. This company reached out to me and said, Ryan, can you do one of your detailed reviews? And I said, of course. And in no way whatsoever will this being provided to me negatively nor positively affect my review. So let me give you some good details here. I'm going to change the angle. I'm going to change the angle of the camera so you can see what I have going on here. I'm pretty excited because this thing is pretty legit. Check this out. All right, so here is your safe. Here is your mounting bracket. Cool thing is there's a couple different ways to mount this. It does come with keys, and it does come with some mounting hardware or countertop cushions. So underneath this. Mounting hardware, if you want to screw this into something extremely secure, like under a counter so it's hanging. I know I did say it's got some weight to it, so I will say, if you are going to be mounting, let's just say, no, this is granite, so not on this, but something that's like wood, like underneath, you're going to try to like get under here, something that can hold something that's at least, I'd say 25 pounds, maybe 30 pounds. And then it has some of these screw locks, which I'll explain in a sec. Now you might be wondering, all right, well, that's cool. What size, what kind of dimensions, just so you can see if this will fit where you need it to fit. Just the safe itself is about 11, let's just say round up to 11 and a half. By 13 and a half, roughly 13 and 3/4, and height we're looking at about 3 3/4, almost 4 inches. That does not include the mount. So the mount is going to go like this, to where you're going to have this bolted in, like that, and that would be if you were just wanted to have it mounted down. So if you're going to mount this down to something, you want it sitting on top of a counter, that's fine. You can definitely do that. It does come with a handy dandy, make it very simple template so you know where your 6 screws are going to go. Now, they can also be hung upside down like this. And so let's just say you are mounting something. Let's just say this was a counter where you were going to mount something. You could have this in hiding underneath the counter. Let's just say this was wood, mounted under there based on the dimensions I gave, and it would mount up. And then it has the ability, based on the configurations you can do, you can either mount it on the top, or because this comes off and exposes some screws, or on the bottom. So you can either hang it facing the right direction, or you can have it on countertop and it will bolt in and you can't get access to it. You can't just rip this thing off, at least not easily. All right, now that's all well and fine, but from a convenience standpoint, I'm gonna share with you the front here. So from a convenience standpoint, you have this, so you're gonna need some batteries. The batteries do not come with it. 4 AA batteries, no big deal. And then you have 3 means to get into this thing. You can either use the key. You have 2 keys that come along with it. So here you got a code. You put the code in. Let's say you have a code that you're trying to keep top secret. It will pop open. And then check this out. It has a light inside. So if it's at night and you're like, I got to get to my essentials. This is advertised as for firearms, so you can put a firearm in here. Now you might be wondering, well, how big a firearm or whatever I can put in there, jewelry, whatever's important to you. The inside, which is where all your stuff's gonna go, size-wise is about 10 3/4 this way. Height, including a little cushion here, is about 1 inch, and I mean if you push down hard, but you probably won't do that. 1 inch 3/4 high, and then total depth, you're gonna be looking at close to 7.5 inches that way. And that's really what's more important, or most important, because you need to know the dimensions for where you're gonna mount it so it fits, and then you need to know what you can get in there. So if you got something that is too big for this, then obviously what you might want to secure, this might not be for you. It comes with a nice glide. The features are very, very simple on how to change the mounting brackets. There's 2 screws right here. This comes out, and then it locks into these 2 screws here. And so this is kind of a locking mechanism, which could be this way, as you can see in this example, where this comes out, this locks in, you screw it from underneath, and it's in there. It's a wrap. You ain't moving it. Or you can use your finger. So I've already programmed this. So if I put my finger in there, boom, it pops open, and you are good to go. So you can put a couple different combinations in there. Now you have 10 fingers, but can you believe this? You can put 20. That's 20 different fingerprint options here to get in. Very, very convenient, especially if you're in a house or you're somewhere where you want to give that access to multiple people. 20 different finger combinations you can put in there. Pretty cool stuff. Also, one extra benefit is just with the click of a button, the display will go from dark to showing the time. Time is very easy to set, no big deal. You can do it super fast. So you have that benefit if this was in somewhere like, let's say, a bedroom or something, and you wanted to use this as something that shows your time, you have that there as well. Now, when it comes to reviews, I don't normally give this level of, let's just say, an endorsement, but because this thing is, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it has got some serious weight, I 100% will give my stamp approval when it comes to quality. This thing has some solid quality to it. If the space where you want to put this works and the space that you need inside works, I think you're pretty good to go as far as finger versus combo versus key. And I just like the ability to where you can literally mount this under somewhere kind of out of view. So if you're trying to keep your essentials locked up somewhere where it's out of view, this is something I've never seen before. I actually think it's great because you don't want to have your safe, in my opinion, like out in the open. You can tuck it under somewhere nice, neat, out of the way, and but you can get to it very easily with a couple clicks or just your finger. Hope this helps.